The entertainment world has once again been shaken by a revelation that feels almost too dark to be real. The mysterious circumstances surrounding the tragic passing of actor Menglong, once considered one of the most promising stars of his generation, have now taken a dramatic turn. A confidential source claims that the official autopsy report, arguably the most crucial document in determining the truth, was altered multiple times, raising immediate suspicions of manipulation and cover-up. But the most disturbing part of the revelation is that two figures, Cheng Tingtong and Yiren, appear to have been turned into scapegoats in this shadowy struggle for control and power. For fans who admired Menglong for his talent and humble personality, the news has provoked an outpouring of grief and outrage. "He deserves justice, not silence," cried one fan outside a memorial gathering, while another held up a sign that read, "Stop erasing the truth. We will not forget." Across online communities, hashtags demanding accountability trended relentlessly as ordinary people asked the same haunting question: who is rewriting history, and why? The alteration of an autopsy report is not a small matter. In fact, experts stress that such a document is the bedrock of any investigation. To have it changed repeatedly is, in the words of one veteran criminal investigator, a blatant insult to both the victim and the truth itself. The investigator, who reportedly slammed his desk in frustration during a private meeting, added, "Someone is desperately erasing evidence. This is no longer just a case. It is a fight against the machinery of silence." The name Cheng Tingtong has surfaced repeatedly and not in flattering ways. Once a close collaborator of Menglong, Cheng has now been painted as a convenient figure to shoulder blame. Similarly, actress Yiren, already under immense public pressure after breaking down emotionally during her time in custody, has also been pulled into the web, positioned as another sacrificial pawn. The narrative being shaped around them has left many asking whether they are truly guilty of anything or whether they are merely being used as symbolic offerings, ritual sacrifices to protect those with far more to lose. The chilling concept of scapegoating is as old as history itself. Powerful groups often divert attention away from the real culprits by casting blame on individuals who are easier to control, discredit, or silence. In this case, public discourse has turned toward the suggestion that both Cheng Tingtong and Yiren are victims of exactly this mechanism. "Why would the autopsy report need changing if the truth was straightforward?" asked one netizen in a widely shared post. "The fact that it's been revised over and over proves that someone higher up is orchestrating this drama, and Cheng and Song are being fed to the wolves." Digging deeper, whispers in the industry suggest that Menglong's ties with certain influential business figures may be at the core of this crisis. The idea that an autopsy report could be molded to fit a narrative is not only disturbing, but also reflective of how far certain powers may go to maintain their image. This growing suspicion has cast a cold shadow over the entertainment scene, with fans and critics alike wondering if the industry is built on foundations far murkier than they ever imagined. What makes this saga even more unsettling is the emotional toll on those directly named. Yiren, in particular, has been seen in moments of visible despair, reportedly crying uncontrollably when asked about her alleged role. "I didn't do it, I swear I didn't," she is said to have shouted during an emotional breakdown. Observers noted the raw desperation in her words, suggesting they were less the cries of guilt than the wails of someone trapped in a cage not her own making. Meanwhile, Cheng Tingtong, though outwardly stoic, is rumored to have privately told close friends, "They want someone to burn, and it looks like it's us." The public, however, is divided. Some believe the accusations and see Cheng and Song as complicit. Others argue passionately that the real culprits remain hidden, shielded by wealth and status, while these two have been strategically placed on the front line of blame. "We've seen this pattern before," remarked a cultural critic in a televised panel. "When powerful interests are at stake, the easiest way out is to hand the public a name, a face, and call it closure. But closure built on lies is no closure at all." This is where the heart of the outrage lies. not simply in the tragedy of Yu Menglong's untimely passing, but in the possibility that his memory is being manipulated and distorted for ulterior motives. Fans demand justice not only for him, but also for the truth itself. Protests have been organized, petitions have circulated online, and forums are filled with debates that stretch late into the night. He gave his whole life to his art. To think that even in death, his story is not allowed to rest honestly, it's unbearable. Beyond the immediate anger, this controversy raises broader questions about transparency and accountability in high-profile cases. Why do those with the greatest influence seem immune to scrutiny? Why do ordinary individuals, often less powerful and less connected, end up paying the heaviest price? The parallels with other historic scandals are hard to ignore. As one investigative journalist bluntly put it, this isn't just about one actor's death, it's about a system that feeds on silence and sacrifice. Yet, amid all the fury and speculation, there remains one important reminder. Much of what circulates today is built on rumor, anonymous leaks, and unverified documents. While the allegations about altered reports and scapegoating feel disturbingly plausible, they remain unconfirmed. Official channels have neither validated nor denied the claims, choosing instead to remain conspicuously silent. This silence has only fueled speculation further, creating a vacuum where truth is hard to pin down. Still, for Yu Menglong's fans, silence will never be enough. They demand clarity, honesty, and justice. Whether or not Cheng Tingtong and Yiren are truly guilty or merely the latest names sacrificed to protect bigger players remains a question only time will answer. Until then, the clamor for truth grows louder every day, and the haunting cry from one grieving fan continues to echo across social media. Do not turn his story into a lie. He deserves better, and so do we. The deeper this narrative travels into public consciousness, the more dangerous its potential consequences become. Rumors, no matter how compelling, have the power to shape reputations, influence decisions, and even derail entire careers. In this case, the suggestion that the autopsy report was altered and that Cheng Tingtong and Yiren have been turned into scapegoats has already created a ripple effect across the entertainment industry. Casting decisions have reportedly been delayed, brand partnerships quietly reconsidered, and ongoing projects suddenly suspended. The entertainment market thrives on public image, and when trust in that image is broken, even by whispers, the damage can be irreversible. It is precisely this fragility that makes the current storm so alarming and why so many observers are urging caution before drawing conclusions. Beyond the industry itself, the situation speaks to a larger social phenomenon, the rapid spread of unverified information in the digital age. In the past, allegations of altered reports or scapegoating might have taken months or years to surface, if they surfaced at all. But today, a single anonymous post can set off waves of speculation that cross borders in minutes. Fans amplify theories, amateur investigators add their own interpretations, and before long, rumor begins to feel like reality. Experts in media literacy warn that such dynamics, while understandable in an emotionally charged case, are dangerous. The internet gives everyone a voice, which is powerful, but without verification, that power can easily turn destructive. We must always remind ourselves to ask, what do we truly know, and what do we only believe? The most tragic aspect of this entire situation may be the way Yu Menglong's legacy risks being overshadowed by rumor. He was, after all, a talented actor whose performances inspired countless fans. Yet the current discourse has shifted almost entirely to speculation about the circumstances of his death and the supposed roles of others around him. While the pursuit of truth and justice is necessary, it must not erase the memory of the artist himself. Several fan groups have spoken out in this regard, pleading for restraint. Yes, we want answers, but we also want people to remember his smile, his dedication, his art. Do not let unverified claims consume the person he truly was. Their words serve as a sobering reminder that obsession with scandal can sometimes silence the very voices we claim to honor. Finally, it is crucial to underscore once more that these claims remain unproven. No authority has officially confirmed that the autopsy report was altered, nor has any evidence conclusively shown that Cheng Tingtong and Song Yiren are scapegoats. The narrative is compelling, the details vivid, and the anger understandable. But the truth is still hidden behind layers of speculation and secrecy. For readers, the best approach is vigilance, to follow developments, to demand transparency, but also to resist the temptation of certainty in the absence of proof. As the storm of rumor continues to rage, caution itself becomes a form of justice. By refusing to blindly accept unverified claims, the public ensures that Menglong's case